Hello and welcome to New Things Day, March 8th. March 8th, I believe. No, not believe. It is March 8th. Comic books as usual. New comic book day. Some cereals that I basically had to clean my shelves off of because for some reason most of the cereals on my shelf were newly purchased this week. We'll get to that. And then some books for a little bit of the game, the date guessing. And then I'll get out of your hair and I'll be gone. First, with the books, we'll start with Marvel. Mosaic number 6. I'm really enjoying this book. I don't hear a lot of people reading this. I think the character Mosaic is very, very interesting. And the first arc being wrapped up, and now we might get more invested into him as his actual character as opposed to his past. I'm interested to see how that goes. I thought there was a lot of hype surrounding this book when it came out. That may have just been like 3 people I talked to that were excited, but I don't even think they're reading it. So I'd be interested to know if anybody else is reading Mosaic because I'm a fan at this point, and I like what he's doing in Humans vs. X-Men as well. Power Man and Iron Fist number 14, and I don't know when this book is ending, but I know that Iron Fist has his own book coming out, and then Luke Cage has his own book coming out, and I didn't see this solicited, so I don't know. And I think this team is the same team as doing the Luke Cage book, which I kind of just hopped onto by default because I've been really enjoying this. The aforementioned Inhumans vs. X-Men. This is number 6. Is this the last one? I don't know how many there are. It looks like it might be. It looks like it might be the last one. The last one seemed like a stall. 5 seemed like a little bit of a stall, except for Cyclops kind of turning against the X-Men. Young Cyclops. Old Cyclops is dead. But I'm interested to see how this wraps up. It seemed it didn't get a lot of fanfare. Not a lot of people have been paying attention in Humans vs. X-Men, and it was kind of like almost a B event where it doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things, it seems. I don't know. Old Man Logan number 19. A solid book, great book, and then coming off the heels of seeing Logan last week, it's either going to be emotional or it's going to be exactly what the doctor ordered when it comes to Wolvie, because I need something else in my life after being torn apart by Logan. Last Marvel book, definitely not the least. I'm so excited about this. Man-Thing, Those Who Know Fear. Burn at the touch of Man-Thing. Man-Thing number 1 by the only writer that I think has the mind to attack him at this point, and that is R.L. Stine. Very, very, very excited to see this. Man-Thing's one of my favorite characters, and I'm very interested to see. It looks great, too. I love the look of this. Jermaine Peralta. Might just be German, but I'm going to say it's pronounced Jermaine. I don't know, though. German Peralta on art, and Rochelle Rosenberg, the color artist. I am so excited about this. I may read that as soon as we're done here. On to DC. We have a special anniversary issue here. This is Action Comics 975. Superman Reborn Part 2. I believe this might be explaining who this other Clark Kent is, and I'm not on Superman, so I didn't read Part 1. So this should be fun. It's going to be even more fun explaining it to Stick on the podcast. Although he is on that, but he's not going to understand it, and I'm probably only going to understand it slightly more than he does. Supergirl number 7. Great cover here. I think did I see a Commandy cover at one point that was like this? It looks like a very familiar cover. I'm a fan of that cover, though, and I'm a fan of this book. I don't know what I'm going to do, though, when all these kind of non-main books bump up to $3.99. Because I know, like, it seems like all the books but the big names, like Batman, Detective, Action, Wonder Woman. It seems all the other books, New Superman, Supergirl, Superwoman, Deathstroke, I believe all of them are going up $1. And I don't know if I'm enjoying some of those books enough to warrant that price. We'll see, I guess. Wonder Woman, number 18. Gorgeous cover as always. These Wonder Woman covers are just gorgeous. Just week in and week out, these Wonder Woman covers are gorgeous. And the book is great, too. As much as I wish the story went in order. I talked about it on the podcast that I might start setting them aside, reading them with each other, as waiting for both of the storylines to end, reading, 1, 3, 5, 7 for that storyline, and then 2, 4, 6, 8 for the other storyline, just so I get a cohesive thought. Because I mean, it shouldn't bother me. It shouldn't be a problem because I'm already reading. It'd be the same as if I'm reading Action and Superman, I guess, if they don't come together. It's the same as reading Detective and Batman when they don't come together. But for some reason, it just being the one book, when I pick it up, I always anticipate the other story, and it never works for me. Something's going on in my head. Detective Comics number 952. Still enjoying this. As a kind of a newfound Bat fan, I've kind of been going nuts over those. New Superman number 9. I liked the other cover better with him fighting Lex, but this cover just kind of spoke to me more. You have New Superman riding the train, and then Superman kind of racing him beside it. I think that's kind of very indicative of who this Superman is, and I'm a big fan of it. I'm a big fan of this cover and how it represents the book as opposed to just him fighting Lex. Superwoman number 8. I really liked both of these covers. I was a big fan of both of these covers, but this one, the Superwoman on the cover, that Lois, is just beautiful, and I'm a big fan of that cover. I usually don't like having sick people or people incapacitated on my covers because it just kind of makes me think about sickness and death, and I have very bad anxiety and problems with that. But we'll get over it for that cover, I guess. Justice League and the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers number 3. Fantastic cover again. These are great. And I think this might be the first time that the Megazord looks like evil. This is kind of the wrong word. It looks mad, almost like he has emotion. I don't know if you can hear that wind, but it is ripping. And it's still like 50 degrees outside, but the wind is going crazy. Excited for that. I'm excited for most of my books. Mother Panic number 4. I liked the symmetry of the other cover, but this one kind of features her more, so I had to go with this one. Really enjoying that book as well. That might be the most understandable young animal book I'm reading. I'm reading all of them, but some of the other ones leave a little bit, and I'm like, what? What did I read? Did I miss something? Is something else going on? But I feel like I'm understanding Mother Panic more. Josie and the Pussycats, number 5. And this is the cover by Audrey Mock. This is the A cover, I believe. I think this might be the first time I got the A cover, but I really do enjoy this cover. They're kind of playing like a country western style here. Maybe that's what's going. It looks like they're just playing a fair. I guess that's just fairground attire. And it's a great week when you get 2 Archie books. When you get 2 Archie books, it's a damn good week. Reggie and Me, number 3. This is the cover by Sandy Jarrell. So the same cover A again. Also had the Howard Chaykin cover at the shop, but I was more of a fan of this one. I think Veronica looked a little weird on the Howard Chaykin cover. But I love this series, and I love Vader on the cover. It's just fantastic. And the back issue of the week, which I can't even laugh without... Nope, can't even look at it without laughing. And it is from Spire Christian Comics. And it's Live It Up. I don't know anything about it. The price is what drew me to it. 39 cents. It was really strange that a book sold for 39 cents. It seems such a weird price. I think I know Christian Spire had an Archie book for a while. And then I think I picked another book of them up. It was called like The Cross and the Switchblade or something. I don't know anything about them. I don't know anything about them as a publication or as a publishing house, as a publisher. I don't know anything about Christian Spire Comics other than that they had an Archie. What did they have? His license? They have an Archie license for a while. I don't know. Spire Christian Comics should be fun. And actually, the art is pretty damn good in this. I don't even know who the artist is. I don't really see like a title page that's going to tell me. I don't know if it was kind of a bullpen thing. It says Spire Christian Comics adaptation of The Prodigal Son by Al Hartley. I don't know. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening. Okay, now I guess I should just give it up. I should just stop talking about comics because I don't know anything about them, and I should just start talking solely about cereal. It seems like that's what this podcast. Nope, this isn't the podcast. The link to that is in the description box. This YouTube channel might just become a cereal channel, and if you're into that, maybe let me know because 4 boxes of cereal to talk with you about. The first one is a spring edition. This is Reese's Puffs Bunnies, and I'm gonna be honest. The shape of these make these a lot more enjoyable than actual Reese's Puffs. They're skinnier, and the Reese's Puffs are kind of a hard bite. I can't believe this is what my life has come to. I'm talking about the shape of Reese's Puff cereal and how Bunnies is a better shape for a Reese's Puff. I'll accept it. I'll be that guy. The Reese's Puffs Bunnies is really good. I've kind of been anti-Reese's Puffs cereal for a while, just because it's never really done anything for me. The peanut butter taste was lacking. The chocolate taste didn't seem natural. I don't know how you can get a natural chocolate taste, but you understand. The Bunnies is really good, though. It's a very heavy cereal, if that makes sense. The serving size, the 3/4 cup serving size is a very heavy, and I don't mean like it'll make you full. I just mean the cereal itself is heavy. Like one piece it has some weight to it. It's interesting. But this is very good, actually. There's not many cereals that I can just take a handful of and eat a little bit. And if it wasn't for getting my hand all crummy and sticky's not the word, but it's like sticky adjacent, Reese's Puffs does it. The Bunnies, at least. This is really good. I'm a big fan of the Reese's Puffs Bunnies. All right, next up, and this is about to show my full cereal love, my full cereal nerd. I don't even like that word. It just reminds me of somebody yelling, "Hey, what's up, nerd? Put on your glasses, nerd." And that makes me laugh every time I hear it. But first is the Cocoa Puffs. This is the General Mills DC comic crossover thing. And you have, is his name Cuckoo? Cuckoo, the bird. I don't know. I don't know what his name is. Dressed up like Flash. Doesn't appear to be running, though. That's not a running motion to me. That's a strolling down the block, like during, I don't know, you're going to meet a flapper in a dress, and you're just strolling. You probably have a top hat on. That's what that move looks like. Now, I bought this and realized that it's kind of orangish. It doesn't really look red. It's kind of orangish. And I had this, and I said, hey, you know what, whatever. I'm not going to probably buy the other one. Tara didn't know I had already purchased this, and I told her if she ever saw them at the store to bring them home, and she bought the family size, that the colors are actually correct. So it's almost like a color variant, and I'll put them up beside each other so you can see the difference. One is clearly more orange than the red, and I think the family size is the one that did it right. I don't understand what happened on the other one, but this is definitely the correct one, I believe. But truth be told, I was probably going to buy it anyway because of the color variation and because I think the Cocoa Puffs bird looks much better in the darker red. I was never a huge Cocoa Puffs fan. I don't think I've eaten them in a long time. Had my first bowl of the one box, and I was actually satisfied. I think if the Reese's Puffs would incorporate the Cocoa Puffs as their chocolate, it might make it a little better. I understand there might be some issues there, but they're both General Mills cereals. Why couldn't they do it? And then the last one I'm going to talk about, which I have some opinions of. This is multigrain Cheerios with Wonder Woman on the front. And I still don't get it. I don't really understand it so much. Yeah. I mean, it's a good Wonder Woman, but when your whole campaign is that you're turning the mascots into the characters, what, like, it's confusing to me to just put her on a box. Now, this did start a conversation between my friends and I. How many cereal mascots do you know? where is the female representation in cereal mascots? And thought long and hard. There's only one, and she's not even a full-time mascot. She's kind of a tandem. I'll give you a second to think what that is while I still talk. But I feel like they could have done Cinnamon Toast Crunch, because that is one of them. The back of this one doesn't say that that's going to be one of the boxes, but the back of the Cocoa Puffs and the back of, well, the back of the family size Cocoa Puffs says Cinnamon Toast Crunch, but the back of the normal size Cocoa Puffs does not. It says multigrain Cheerio. So I don't know if they canceled the Cinnamon Toast Crunch one, but I feel like at the very least, the little mascots, the little squares, they're like genderless. So I mean, if I understand, or go one step further and introduce a woman mascot for a cereal, and then have her be Wonder Woman, have that be introduced as her. And by the way, the cereal mascot that is a woman is Pebbles. Pebbles and Bam Bam together on both of the Pebbles usually, but she's the only female representation that I'm aware of in cereal, which is strange to say the least. There was a few where back like a while ago, there was like she was a chef or something and she had her own cereal. I don't know. But the multigrain Cheerios, it just seems forced on here. It doesn't make sense to me. Why not make the Cookie Crisp? Is it a wolf? Well, I don't know. I can't really. Is it a dog? Make the Cookie Crisp character a female, because I don't know if we've ever, or the Trix Rabbit. Because the Trix Rabbit is another one that's going to happen. I imagine that he's going to be Superman. You can make the Trix Rabbit Wonder Woman in a second and say that it's if you don't want to say that the Trix Rabbit is a man, say that it's his sister and she's taking over the cereal. Say something along those lines. But this feels forced. It feels weird to me. I didn't even really enjoy buying this because there's nothing special. It's just Wonder Woman on a box where you could find it other times. But I'd like to see more female representation on cereal characters. That might be a pedestal or a soapbox I don't really need to get on, because I don't think anybody else really cares. It's just something I've noticed, I guess. But that's the cereal. That's what happened. I talked for 10 minutes about cereal again. So, let's do a few books, and then I'll get the hell out of here. Please Pass the Guilt by Rex Stout. This guy looks like a maniac. Library bound, cover price $5.95. Check out Rex Stout there. That's a great looking dude. It's a mystery, $5.95. I'm so caught up in my cereal right now. I don't even have my head in any of this. Let's say 1983. It's probably the 70s. 73. It's 10 years off. Only 10 years off on Please Pass the Guilt. Next up is a Luke Thanet mystery, Puppet for a Corpse. This cover's badass. Cover price $11.95. Library bound, a little bent though, little problems if you see it's kind of warped a bit, kind of straight. Maybe get it on a shelf, it might straighten out a bit. Looks like some of the pages might be out as well. I don't kind of want to pull on. Oh no, yeah, the spine's pretty messed up. I don't know if you can see that at all. $11.95. It looks the same as the other one. Look at that cover. That's great. 19. I'm gonna go 83 again because what do I have to lose? What do I have to lose? If it's 93 and I'm 10 years off the other way, I'm pretty upset. Ooh, 1983. See, I meant this one initially. That other one I wasn't even thinking of. I was thinking ahead to this one. That's what happened. Ooh, another great. Are all these library bound too? Ooh. This is Ruth Rendell's The Tree of Hands. And there you have a Tree of Hands, which is a nice looking graphic there. Cover price, none. Book club edition. 19. Let's stick with it. 83. 83 for Tree of Hands. 84. We're doing it. We're doing it. Next up is Shirley Ann Williams' Desarose, a novel, library bound, cover price $15.95. Hard for me to take 83 for $15.95. I'm going to say 93. How about that? Bump it up 10 years. See if that helps us. See if that gets us anywhere. 93. Nope. I can tell you right now, it's definitely not 93 because this is a library discard. And on the card catalog, nope, wrong. On the little, there's a name for it. I'm blanking. It was first checked out in 88. So I can promise you that this book didn't come out in 93. This book came out in 86. 1986 for Dessa Rose. Next we have Colin Watson's Six Nuns and a Shotgun. A Red Mask Mystery. Cover price on this one is $5.95. I gotta go 83 again, right? 83. 6 Nuns and a Shotgun, 83. Sticking with it. 74. Nope. This is the first American edition. 75. 75. First American edition. The Nightbirds by Tormund Hagen. Cover price is, don't know, because they either cut it off or folded it down. They cut it off for some reason. Well, it looks like it was first taken out in 83. So I'm going to say it's not 83. I'm going to go 75, even though I got a little bit of a help from that thing. 75 on the Nightbirds. And it's 82. 1982. Should have stuck with 83. Should have stuck with it. When a Darkness Falls, a novel of adult terror by Paul Zindel. Cover price $13.95. This is 1987. Just what my heart feels. 87 for When a Darkness Falls by Paul Zindel. And it's 84. You know what? I did okay. I'll pat myself on the back. I did all right. More importantly, I knocked through them quickly. You're satisfied that I'm done. I'm satisfied that I'm done. I can go away. You can go watch some other things. By the way, the mini comics that come in the serials, I forgot to mention, I got number 1, which is Power Play. Number 2, which is Dark Reflections. And then I got a second copy that I have of number 4, Alien Justice. So I just need number 3 now. And I still have the Tricks box to get. Because I have the Cocoa Puffs, Honey Nut Cheerios, multigrain Cheerios. Is that it? That might be it. I have 2 more boxes to get. I have the Honey Nut Cheerios, Cocoa Puffs, multigrain Cheerios. I need Lucky Charms and Tricks. And Cinnamon Toast Crunch that some of these say, which is strange to me. So we'll see what goes on with that, if it's going to be Cinnamon Toast Crunch or not, because some of them say multigrain Cheerios, some of them say Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I still need to pick up that Lucky Charms box that's out there somewhere. I saw it one day, I didn't pick it up, and I hate myself for it. Hopefully I'll get around to it. Actually, I'm going to get around to it, and I'm probably going to overpay for it, because that's a market now that I need to be a part of, I guess, reselling cereal boxes. I don't even want it with the cereal. I know what Lucky Charms is. Like, I don't need it. I would like to eat it. But if it's cheaper, I'll just buy the box. Give me your trash. Should be my nickname. Give me your trash. It's my slogan. Either way, thank you for watching. I appreciate you. Love yourself. Love each other. And have a great day. It's been a long time since I said that. I think I used to do my sign-off every video was have a great day or something along those lines. But love yourselves. Love each other. And read Archie. That's my new sign-off. And read Archie. Riverdale got picked up for a second season. Never been happier. That's amazing. I'm so happy about Riverdale. Read Archie.